Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse made me feel like a kid again. The reason for that is simple. I have never in my 22 years of living seen a movie quite like this one. Let's start with the most ordinary part of the film, its plot. We are introduced to Miles Morales, a kid living in New York who is going to a school he doesn't want to go to because his father forces him to do things he doesn't want to do. This isn't because his father is some spiteful, angry person. It's because he wants what's best for his son and thinks he can force that on his son. However, when Miles gets bitten by a special spider, his life changes dramatically, and because of his powers, he develops many new relationships and his current relationships change. Now, I said the plot is the most ordinary part of the film, but that's only because otherwise this film is so incredibly wacky and strange. Just because it's simple doesn't mean the plot is bad. Its exploration of its major characters is deep and engaging. In fact, I think the plot is great. I mean, there are so many characters here. Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Gwen, all these other spider people, Miles' father and mother, Miles' uncle, Kingpin, Doc Ock, Aunt May, and more. Yet the film manages to move at a decidedly fast pace without feeling bloated, without losing focus on its major characters, and without feeling like there's these ideas that are left unexplored. Sure, I can see some people feeling that more time should have been spent on certain characters. For example, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Ham, and Penny Parker don't really serve much of a purpose as far as the plot is concerned. What I mean is that the story could easily be rewritten without them, and the central themes and story would still remain intact. However, it would be less entertaining. Just because a character isn't totally necessary for the plot to unfold doesn't mean they don't have another purpose. For one, all of these characters' fighting styles and aesthetics contribute to the film's wacky tone. The multitude of animation styles they provide also pumps the film full of energy. Without them, the film would lose so much of its charm. But what makes this film so special is how it handles these characters. How it tells its story, that it manages to take these unique styles of animation and make them feel coherent, that it manages to have these swaths of busy shots with a cornucopia of colors colliding together into a fantastical symphony full of feverish intensity. This film is euphoric, it's explosive, it's energetic, it's truly something special. I can try to describe this film to you with words, but I know that no words will ever fully describe what this film has in store, that no words will describe how it feels to watch the story unfold on the big screen. And I think you should see this film on the big screen. It deserves to be larger than life. So much of this is sensory overload, overstimulation that manages to still feel palatable, and I know that it won't be quite as effective on a smaller screen, though it will still be a great film then. Now, I know some people will not find this film as amazing as I did, but I think it's worth seeing. Perhaps there are some other films that are like this out there, but if so, I've never seen or heard of them. This is unique, and even if you don't like it, I highly doubt you'll walk out of the theater feeling like the film just ran through the motions, that it was content to just play it safe and call it a day, because this film isn't safe. This film is insane. At times, it feels like a moving painting. It's beautiful. And I hope that it's successful. I hope that the animators who so clearly poured themselves into this work of art are not only rewarded with high praise, but rewarded by their film succeeding on a global scale, by it resonating with a large, passionate audience. I hope that it can encourage more films like this to be made, more animation films that take big risks, and that tell their stories in ways that simply aren't replicable in live action film. I hope this film opens up the wonders of animation to all sorts of audience members who maybe view animation as something for children or something that's less mature and less nuanced than live action. That is a stereotype that, though it's getting broken down, I think, still is quite pervasive in mass media and in pop culture. The more that can be done to break down that idea, as far as I'm concerned, is better. Because as I'm sure you know if you watch many of my videos, I adore animation, and I want as many people as possible to see these amazing pieces of art that I really love, that I hold dear, that are special. And this is one of them. Usually it takes me a little while to decide how much I love something, but I don't think I need that much time with this. This is fantastic. It's phenomenal. I can't recommend it enough. And I basically made this just in case there were some people in my audience who were a little bit uncertain or who maybe don't normally like superhero stuff and thought, I'm going to sit this one out. I don't really care. It's probably not for me. I really encourage you to go give it a shot. I doubt that you'll be disappointed. And even if you are, it is certainly unique and worth seeing for that alone, I think. Either way, regardless of what you decide to do though, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this short little review of this movie. If you're new here, I encourage you to subscribe down below. It's always fantastic to have new people on board. And if you're somebody who watches a lot of these videos, thank you so much for sticking around and for supporting me this way. Thank you so much to those of you on patreon.com who are able and willing to provide me with financial support. Anyway, I just hope all of you have a fantastic day. I hope to hear from you in the comments below, and I hope that you'll stick around for some other videos of mine. Bye-bye.